That would mean losing an historic chance to rid the world of one of its most dangerous and unpredictable dictators. Sending in Western troops would be militarily difficult and politically almost impossible, and no-fly zones being considered, but it may not be practical or enough. That's why the idea of military aid is gaining ground, and the West's got plenty of experience, both open and covert, of arming rebels. In 1999, in the Balkans, the ethnic Albanian Kosovo Liberation Army received training, intelligence, and its alleged arms from America, in addition to the support provided by NATO bombing raids on Serbia. Meanwhile, in Afghanistan, both the Mujahideen fighting the Soviets and later the Northern Alliance fighting the Taliban received substantial support from the CIA and the Pentagon.
The Afghan model of warfighting was a very formative lesson for the US defense bureaucracy, and particularly Donald Rumsfeld. It involved small groups of American special forces embedded with rebels on the ground under the cover of airstrikes and using American firepower, intelligence, coordination to assist the rebels without necessarily committing large numbers of American troops. So there is a constituency within the Pentagon still for that sort of warfighting, and that now could be revived.
The British Lion roars in Libya.
Britain's SAS was active in Libya 69 years ago, involved in an Allied assault on German and Italian-held Tobruk and Benghazi, though their part of the operation had to be aborted when their presence was discovered early on after a clash at a roadblock. But in eastern Libya now, it's local rebels, not outside powers, who are calling the shots, and they're determined to keep it that way. The risks of Western military aid are obvious. One, that the rebels themselves are very aware of, is that it would enable Colonel Gaddafi to portray the opposition as an agent of foreign powers. Another is that some supplies, particularly small arms, could easily fall into the wrong hands and be sold on to anti-Western militant groups in Africa and beyond. In any case, ammunition's something the rebels aren't short of. This huge arms dump and others have fallen into their hands. It's other things they need more, particularly communications equipment.
First of all, radios would help them organise a kind of defence we saw at Brega, where you have small disorganised units. Second, we're looking at anti-tank weapons, basically to stop rebels, to assist rebels in stopping Gaddafi's armoured units, which are far more sophisticated than anything the rebels have on hand. And thirdly, we're looking at anti-aircraft weaponry, particularly portable anti-aircraft weaponry.
Today, President Obama